Hello, my name is Katrina. I'm here to help. Today I want to talk about some parts of being an autist in the society today. For you guys who watched my latest video, it's about how the society perceives in their language and their structure that autist people are sick. So for me to have a normal life, I need to cut back my working hours and be able to afford that today. In this society, I need to show up with a paper slip that I am sick. This kind of reminds me, and for you guys who are not normative heterosexual people, we have a big pride parade, where people who used to be called sick are now celebrating their right to be themselves. So I believe in every person's right to be themselves, to be able to love who they want to, and being able to have a life that's good for them, that's giving them all the options and rights they can be afforded in the society. It's just, it's hard, all these, what are our rights, and it's hard, but in comparison we can see which groups are not, and not in the privileged group. I remember this one time at work where we're supposed to answer questions, and in the physical meeting take steps if we have been warranted these rights. Some of my colleagues were up to 20 paces ahead of me, because we take a step when we have enjoyed a certain privilege. I only took about 3 steps on that survey, and it didn't prove the point of the people who have chosen that way to make it visible, the privileges that some people have because they are born in the right circumstances. So when I tried to make my first psychic evaluation as a 3-year-old, I was not very conscious back then. I don't remember it now, but my mom told me that we tried to get a psychic evaluation, and so I could get my basic rights from the start, but my father stopped it. So he told me later, when I asked him about it, that I wasn't getting my rights anyway. So it was a waste of time, basically. We did everything in this psychic evaluation and we were getting the answers, but then he stopped it on the last day. So we have put in all this effort, me and my mom, and we couldn't get the right paper slip, so I could have a view of what the society was perceiving me as, and was giving certain privileges and rights according to the taxes me and my parents and their grandparents and so forth have paid in. So, and with that, I also have been cleaning out my junk, and I did go to a long university because I didn't really get how to make an essay. That's also one problem. If you don't have your stuff on paper, then you are not getting the rights. So, and even furthermore, you have to do it the right and the smart way. So I've been reading Subjection of Women, 1869, by Stuart Mill, because that was part of my lesson plan when I was at college, and I'm trying to weed out. This is just a paper copy, so I'm just reading out old stuff. And this was as valuable for me to read then as it is now, and also it was just on the spot for some of these things. That I was not born into the right group. I had society around me who were just lifting up people who are making fast progresses, and I wasn't one of those kids because I haven't gotten my paperwork in order. So I was sorted into the slower group at school. I was not, my abilities weren't seen. And this is also one point that Stuart Mill is making, that in this case the women are just groomed to be servants for the ruling class. So, and the abilities who weren't wanted, they were just not cultivated. So for many years I was unemployed. I tried to get a university degree, and the actual skills that I do have, I wasn't really allowed to cultivate because I was in a group of people that was not getting a salary, and I didn't understand how the system was working. So I was just angry for many years that I'm not getting it. I'm not in a privileged group. I can't even hold a normal job because I get put in these boxes that I have to work in a system that someone else have lined out for someone who isn't me. And that's basically the story of my life. I finally, with help, got a university degree and got my current job. And I am really using all my skills to help people there, but I'm still in a group where my country and the system I'm in is calling me sick. This was reality for people back in the day who fell in love with people of a different gender than themselves, and liked stuff that wasn't up to norm. So with my reading through my literature from college, I've been reevaluating stuff, which you do because your brain is growing, and I also had its text about how it was perceived with feelings and contact with someone you felt attraction towards, and the times have changed, and as Stuart Mill tells us here, is that the society that we are in are constantly in change, and with that we are lifting off parts that keeps us down. So I'm using this tea for my throat. I had a stress reaction here on Friday because now I'm getting back up on full time on Monday, and there are some other stress related issues. So I'm writing them down. That's one way to remember them, because I tend to normalize my health for me, because I say to myself, you've been this way before, you will pull through. But life isn't just about pull through. It's like, it's so much more than that. It's thriving. And for me to thrive, I need to go to a doctor and tell them how I really feel, how deep it is, and how my just getting a salary, working full time is blocking every opportunity to be creative. I went down in time 12%, and I've been creative. I started with found my yarn when I were cleaning out the closet, and I put it on some chairs just to decorate them. I couldn't have done that before, no. and I've been my brain is feeling like it got an air boost for first time in many years. So in this paper that John Stuart Mill is explaining to us how the world has changed and how you lift up some parts of the society, but you leave a big stuff in the middle, and what he means by that, he compares it to a large stone grave like Stonehenge. If you keep that and just reorganize and modernize everything else, well, you still have a problem, don't you? So what I have been trying to make a point of in this video is that autist people are put in boxes because we are not as fast as everybody else, but we're not cave people anymore. It's not really fastness who is survival of the fittest. It's endurance and flexibility and the brain power to understand complex realities, get through large texts, and use your brain to help other people and modernize the way of the world. So now, with that said, this video is a part of my legacy to show that in the modern society we can't call people sick because their brain work differently. And this is 2024. We have been in over the history certain processes to get equal rights for women, equal rights for the classes, which haven't really worked out, but and equal rights for people with different skin color. I believe that everybody has something to contribute, no matter how they look, what they are born into, if they're male, female, everybody has something to contribute so we can help the human race and the earth that we are living on to do better, help each other, evolve. But I'm no longer in this funk of just getting by. Now I am just buckling down for the process of getting my rights. That's what I'm doing. And contradictory of my father said that it wouldn't have helped me. If people don't stand up and voice their opinion, like John Stuart Mill and many others, in the process of showing that the current way of doing stuff is wrong, we are not lifting each of these variables off, so we can be a free and equal people where everybody's skills are valued. That's what I'm working towards. If you have listened to this video all through the end, thank you, and hopefully you get something out of it that you can use in your life to better your situation. If not, that's okay too. If you like this message, like and subscribe so other people can find my unique view on things in order to get better rights for all people in need of them. If you feel like me that you're in need of information, facts, or just somebody else who thinks like you, share, like and subscribe. Let's do this. Let's change the world. I'm on. Are you on? On board? So that's all for this video. Now I'm going to rest the rest of the day because I work full time tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.